Hello, Lucas Almeida here from the Brazilian Blades project. Um, this is our first video in English, and our idea is to showcase some of the best custom work done by Brazilian makers, some of their collaborations, and some of the general scenario. Our idea is not to just be a review channel, but we want to bring you closer to what's happening in Brazil, which has a thriving community of makers. It's expanding every year. We have a lot of good guys, but we have more than the really famous ones, which you already know, which we're going to cover. GDC, Rick Lala, Rodrigo Sfredo. These are all amazing guys, but we want you to know not only these guys, but the whole ecosystem of Brazilian knives. So this is our first review, and that's the vehicle that we're using to tell these stories. This one is made by a friend of mine called José Machado. Now, Machado in Portuguese means X, so you know this guy's for real. It's in his name. This one is called the Gentleman Knife. It's made in 1070 carbon steel. It's a very traditional carbon steel, water quenched, so it takes a lot of audacity to water quench anything, because any small mistakes and you end up with a broken blade. The wood is actually unknown. We have no idea. We just know that it's over 100 years. So this is a one-off. He can probably make more, but he hasn't done any. So this is a very ergonomic knife. It's very comfortable to use. I like to have a slightly bigger handle for a full four-finger grip. This one is like a 3.5 grip, which is pretty nice. For everyday carry, it's pretty smooth. It comes with a shaft that he makes himself. It fits snugly. It doesn't fall off easily. You probably shouldn't jog with it, but for pocket carry, it's great. Now, Jose, he makes knives focused on urban carry, and that's a big differential because many makers come from a more rural background where people walking around with big knives is actually a point of conversation. Hey, look at your knife, nice one. Look, here's mine. That's not the case in most cities. So if you have like one small, even this, if you don't give it a proper context, can put you in trouble and make people scared in current urban scenarios. But if you're carrying it in your pocket, snugly, it's comfortable, then it might actually give you an edge. Now, as I said, it's handmade, hand forged, water quenched. If you look closely, you can see the temper line. Carbon steel has those problems. It takes some care. It takes some love, I'd say. But it's really easy to sharpen it. So you get a nice, very nice edge. It's a full flat grind, pretty thin full flat grind, so it has a lot of good slicing power. I've used it to cut steak these days, and it takes just very thin pieces. Really nice. His books are open. I recommend that you get one of these. This is the first. This is the first time he made this model. He can probably make more. He has other types of models, including one that I'll be making the review shortly. And I definitely recommend this one. Not if you are going to use it by the sea or with these environments of salty water, sea, or if you live in somewhere really, really dry, the handle might crack because it's wood, and wood takes that care. But even back home in Brasilia, where the weather is extremely dry, it never cracked. So this is the fixed blade my fixed blade of choice when I moved to the US. And so to moving, working boxes, and all of that, because not only is it very slim, it's actually very robust. So the way he makes these knives make them not only good slicers, but actually capable of some heavier chopping if you really need it. So for those thick cardboards and IKEA boxes, this is one of the knives I used. And I definitely recommend it. And please, if you guys liked it, you can follow him on Instagram. It's called Suburban Bladesmith. It's going to be in those links back there. We also post his stuff on Brazilian Blades sometimes in our Instagram. Please follow us. And he also has a YouTube channel, which we're also going to link. So if you guys want any of these blades, just contact him or contact us, and we'll be happy to tell you how to acquire one. His books are open for now, and I definitely recommend jumping in because it's some great stuff. If you guys know a little Brazilian knives, he learned from Ricardo Villar, who was the first Brazilian journeyman smith. So that's some pedigree you have there. And all in all, great little knife. Thank you very much for watching. And if you liked it, stay tuned because we're going to have more content soon. In Instagram, we're finishing to post our blade show pictures, and we'll soon have even more good stuff for you. See ya. Bye-bye.